month adult catechesis this evening. Join me to welcome in our midst Father Paul Subuga, who is with us as our facilitator. Father, you're most welcome. Let us begin with a prayer, and then Father takes us on from there. Let us rise. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Our Father, Saint Charles Lwanga, patron saint. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Thank you very much, Father Brian. And good evening, my dear sisters and brothers. I'm happy to be here. Father, thank you for inviting me and to learn from this audience here. I'm sure I'm going to learn a lot. I already started to learn with the people I was talking to before, the session started. Yeah, so we are going to look at this theme. We are very connected. How many are holding their mobile phone? Yes. Yes. And how many are going to text as we are going on? Maybe. Yes. So this is who we are, isn't it? We are texting everywhere, in meetings. We are very connected. And we have very many platforms that, connect us. But at times it happens that connected as we are, we actually connected with those who are very far away from us and disconnected with those who are very close. So this is what we are going to look at. And as we look at the way we use our phones, how connected we are, there is a technology that even makes it, I don't want to use worse because it's a good thing. But, AI even, makes that being connected to those far away and disconnected to those near us even more. So I want to look at that. And recently, on the 25th, last month, Pope Leo the 14th wrote an encyclical, a letter. In this encyclical, he was talking about artificial intelligence. So it has been one of the biggest and groundbreaking documents so far that we have that is written on artificial intelligence. Because ever since, the document, the encyclical was published, we already see companies that have started to act on what Pope Leo has introduced us or wrote to us in this letter. So we'll be sharing some of that and to see how it applies to our life. So I'm going to begin with something we speak about very much, and that is technology. I'm sure we are familiar with what technology is. And technology comes from those two Greek words. You see, when they bring someone from the seminary to teach, then he's going to use some of those words to scare. He's going to bring in some Greek words, some Latin words, some Hebrew words. Okay, but technology comes from those two Greek words, techne and logos. Techne is skill or craft. And logos is the study of. I like this definition, and it's going to help us through. Technology is the use of scientific knowledge and tools and skills to solve problems, to do tasks, and to make human life easier or more comfortable. I've highlighted and put them in bold. When we look at the origin of technology, from the time when man started to make tools out of stone, knives out of stone, man started to control fire, what was he doing? He was trying to make life more comfortable. He was trying to make life, easier for him. He was trying to solve problems. And that is what technology has been from its origin. So there are various types of technology. These we are very familiar with, We have technologies of information and communication. So we have IT, we are very familiar with that. Computers, software. We have communication technologies, internet, broadcasting. Then we have artificial intelligence, which we can actually say is it's in its own, rank of technology. Then we also have technologies of industry and work. And in the technologies of industry and work, we have manufacturing, technologies. I've been talking to engineer when I came here, and he told me I was a production, engineer. Was working on the production line. So we have technologies in the factory, we have technology in agriculture, we have technology in construction. Then we also have technology in health and environment, and scanning tools, gadgets that we use for diagnosis. All this is technology. And one thing that we can appreciate here is all these technologies I'm mentioning, they actually help us to solve problems. You get it? Yes. Gone are the times, well, a doctor can still do it right now. We could have medical personnel here. But 20 years ago, the way they would take your blood pressure is different from the way they can take it right now. Some of us with the smartwatches and the wristwatches, health bands that we have, we already have, an approximate, figure or value of our blood pressure. So basically, technology is helping us to improve life, to solve problems, to make life more comfortable. We now travel while seated. Amen. Because of technology. Now, I want us to go back to, that definition of technology that I brought, which is to solve problems and make life easier. Now, along the way, man has moved away from that definition. And we have other kinds of technology. We have biochemical weapons. We have autonomous weapons. Are these things familiar? Autonomous weapons are now, actually the Pope writes about those in his encyclical. Weapons that can shoot by their own. They don't need someone to man them. And, we have digital fraud. Of course, they're using technology. Once in a while, you get those messages of you have won this, you need to apply for this job, you're lucky, we've shortlisted you. Are you together? Yes, so they manage to steal money from some people. They are still using technology. But what you realize here, this technology is no longer meant to make life easier, or it is not solving problems. Well, someone can say, the one who is hacking in my phone, the one who is, trying to defraud me on my mobile money, they are solving a problem. Their problem, are you together? Yes, someone can argue they are solving their problem. But in actual sense, they are not solving a problem. They're actually creating more problems on top of, I don't know, what is pushing them to do whatever they are doing. They are also going to leave you without your money or things of the like. So we see technology has always been used to solve problems, but we also have technology that is actually used to harm, weapons and name it. So what is the church stand on technology? Now, the church stand on technology is a very good thing. Right, together? Many people, when they look at the church and technology, they think that the church is against technology. On the contrary, actually, if we had time and we go through the most significant breakthroughs in science, you will realize that a very good number of them were actually discovered by monks, by priests, by nuns, people in convents, right together? So the church has played a very, very big role to have science as we have it right now, and also to have technology as we have it right now. So the church is not against technology. Of course, what the church really pushes for is that we should use that technology well to solve problems, to make life easier, to help us live more comfortable, to solve, hunger issues, right, together. Our brothers and sisters in Karamoja now, they are dying, they are starving. Because this place is semi-arid, or we can say it's a desert and what have you. Right together? Yes, but we can use technology actually to water that place here through. And this is what the church really pushes for. To use technology in a way that, dignifies human beings, to use technology in a way that, protects life, to use technology in a way that makes us live in a very comfortable way. So, in that way, technology is a double-edged sword. It can be used in a good way, and it can be used in a very bad way. So, the church stand is always to use technology in a very good way. We have these two photos here. Do you recognize any of those people? Yes, one is a saint who came to visit this country. We have very few saints who have come to visit this country. Yeah, so John Paul II, in that first photo, was sending the first email. He was the first pope to send an email. And we have Pope Benedict sending his first tweet as pope. He's being helped. He could send, he could touch a wrong tab. Are you together? But why am I bringing this? Just to show you that, the church is really in for what? For technology. It is a wonderful thing because there are very, very many good things we can do with technology. And that is why the church has promoted, encouraged people. So, seeing technology as a double-edged sword, we can use it for good things, we can use it for bad things. The technology that we are going to look at more is the one of, communication technologies and artificial intelligence. Now, what comes to your mind when you look at that? How many have sent a message ever since we began? I hope no one yet. Do you know we have a friend and he failed to get 100,000. Are you together? Because we told him if we finish eating, we had gone out. If we finish eating the whole evening and you haven't touched, not sent, but just even checking, we'll give you 100,000. And the man failed. Can you imagine? But anyway, this is who we are. Are you together? This is who we are. Communication is a very good thing. Are you together? But it can actually make us slaves. It can actually make us slaves. And because of this, people are doing unimaginable things for the sake of life. Are you together? Yes. On Saturday, as we had these 2 hours, closed down, sweeping and cleaning. 3. Yes, thanks. There are people who went on the highways and they started, to record themselves, to create content, basically. So people have gone to the extent of belittling others simply to get likes. People have gone to the extent of suspending rules of conduct simply to get likes. Are you together? And at times once in a while, you look at those captions and they say, a good phone in the wrong hands. Simply because of likes. Even now, see parents who are making content with their children. Amen. Yes. You see parents who are making content with their what? With their children. And because at times there are things we never take off ourselves. Are you together? You find someone making content with a medal. Are you together? And you want to go into I don't know, not the TV, but you say, you take it off. You can do whatever you want. But anyway, this is where we are. And it is becoming normal. And life for some people has been reduced to likes. If there are no likes, I post something, no one is sharing, sending, we end up there. Are you together? Now, this might not be me, but it could be someone in my house. It could be my daughter. It could be my son. It could be... Are you together? And we have people who have gone into depression because of this. Now, technology that is meant, that was supposed to bring us closer, is now actually pulling us apart. That is why you see 6 friends, they are seated on the same table, but everyone is talking to a different person. I was one time called for dinner in a house, and so when we got down when we got to the dining, so I was there with the mother and the father. Right together, they had 2 kids. So we stood there waiting for the children to come down. And this is what surprised me. As the husband tells the wife, have you called your children? And the wife says, let me call them. I was waiting, Paulo, you come down, or Rita, you come down. That is what I was waiting for. And then she said, I've posted on the group of the family. Can you imagine? For them to come down for what? Yes. And so anyway, this is technology that is supposed to bring us together, but it is actually pulling us apart. Then, with this social media, with the platforms that we have, there is something called technology-facilitated violence. Have you heard about it? Sometimes it is presented as technology-facilitated gender-based violence. And this could be something we've actually faced without knowing. Are you together? So what is technology-facilitated gender-based violence? We could leave out the gender because these days, men are equally facing the same things that we've been thinking are always faced by women. Are you together? Yes, but technology-facilitated gender-based violence is any kind of abuse or violence that has been amplified, that has been effected, that has come about through the use of technology. Are you together? It's not going to be slapping. Someone can slap you. That is the domestic violence we are used to. Are you together? Or push you or lock you out, whatever it is. But do you know that you can post your photo? Are you together? Then someone just writes down, hey, you people, I don't know. When you want to laugh and also cry, you go to social media. Are you together? Someone can just post their photo, they've been at church, or they are with their husband or with their children, and someone writes down, God must have been tired when he put this nose on you, or something like that. Are you together? They haven't slapped you. Are you together? But you might feel that pain for about 5 days. Are you together? That is technology facilitated violence. Are you together? Yes. Now, it has very many ways. Are you together? It's driven, by it's this violence that we have, in the digital platforms online. We actually use this word a lot, violence. Are you together? Yes. But it takes a number of forms. And it could be image-based abuse, sharing your photo, commenting badly on your photo, sharing private, intimate photos. Now, when we go back to their photo of a digital slave, they're actually people who share their intimate photos simply for likes, for becoming famous. Can you imagine? And the internet does not forget. Those things are going to be there until Jesus comes back. I don't know. They are going to be there. But we also have people whose images are taken without their consent. We were sharing last week with a colleague of mine, and he went into some office here, a political office. And as he got out of the office, he actually had gone for a consultation. The politician was consulting him on a specific matter. So when he got out of the office, his photos with the politician were already all over the internet. Are you together? And in the office, there were actually 2 of them. This is what he came and told me. Father, do you know we were only 2? Where did they take? Who took my photo? Are you together? Then I told him, well, people now have high resolution cameras. And which are these guys as lights? Are we together? You will even never know that it's what? It's a camera. So, sharing photos, of course, I've talked about hate speech, online harassment. We have deepfakes. Are we together? We have deepfakes. Now, technology has advanced so much. I don't know for the good or for the bad. But as I'm speaking right now, someone can just record me for 15 seconds. Are we together? And they produce a 40-minute speech of me. And they just type anything and AI will produce that speech. And you won't tell the difference. Are you together? Those are deepfakes. And photos, are we together? Yes, someone can take your photo here and yeah. Then they publish you with Donald Trump. That is a good thing. Are you together? But it could be worse. They could publish you with someone else or in a different place. So all these are kinds of abuses that we have. And what is facilitating, what is going to be the vehicle for all of this? Social media. Are you together? Something that is meant to bring us close is actually tearing us apart. And we have people who have left their jobs, kids who have gone out of school simply because of things like this. So this is who we are. Are you together? This is who we are. Now, maybe we are part of the problem. Are you together? Maybe we are part of the what? When did we move from this? Are you together? to this. Of course, if you are going to do this, it is going to require you to have a little more time. Are you together? But when I get my phone, and of course, the people making phones have been very gracious to us, that there is a children's mode. Are you together? That has games and everything. And when you're in the when the phone is on, in the children's mode, the child will do everything, and they're not going to text your boss that I'm not coming to work tomorrow. Oh, I'm done. Are you together? Yes. So it is very easy to give your child your phone and such that you have peace. Are you together? Because they are going to laugh, they are going to do what? But this requires attention. Are you together? At times things fall and you have to pick them, you have to show them, which is not going to happen with this. A child can stay in this mode for forever. Are you together? There is a grandparent. Sunday was, a day for the elder and grandparents. Their grandparents, I know, they are not very old. They are just in their early 70s. So they have a grandchild who is 7 years old. Now, I used to call this man, and his phone, he would never pick his phone until I drive there and tell him. So, and I tell him I've been calling, and he says, I haven't had anything. And we check, and there are 5 missed calls. Then he says, but I didn't hear. And it used to happen quite often. Right together? Then I realized that his phone was in silent. And it was the grandchild playing with the phone. Right together? So, the grandchild is a very good friend of mine. So, he tells me, Father Paul, one time I asked him, we are out. I asked him, but tell me, who takes off Jaja's volume of the phone? And he told me, hey, Father Paul, me when I get the phone to play, once I begin playing, I switch off the volume. Such that when they call him, he doesn't disturb me to take the other phone. Are you together? Yes. But by a good fellow. Are you together? Yes. But nurturing children like this is very easy. Are you together? They are seated in the back. You give them the tablet and you drive with peace. Are you together? Because they are going to concentrate on this for, I don't know, until you call them. You can even call them for food and they'll refuse. But what are we breeding when we continue with this? Are you together? What are we breeding? So, studies have shown that this is more constructive for children than this. It is interesting to know that one time Steve Jobs was asked, this is a very funny journalist asked him, in a very sarcastic way. Now, since you are, the owner of, Apple, your daughter at home must be having every gadget of Apple. Then there were iPods and the iPads. And do you know what Steve Jobs responded? My daughter doesn't own this, and I can't allow her to own this. My daughter reads books. She doesn't own this. And I think she probably owned her first iPhone when she was already 18 or something like that. I mean iPad. You get it? Yes, but we also have a number of countries in the West, in Norway, in very many places, that have already prohibited children from having this. They're not even allowed at school. Are you together? Yes, because they're already harmful and everything. So, like I've said, the problems that we have on social media are being fueled by something, which is AI. Are you together? I have a photo that is coming next. I hope you're not scared, since it is getting dark. Are you together? I hope you're not scared, but we have Jesus very close. Amen? When you get scared, just run before the Blessed Sacrament. So, this is where we are. Are you together? This is where we are. Artificial intelligence has taken away our intelligence. By the way, the smarter the phones we use, there is someone who wrote a book. It has a very funny title. The book is entitled Smarter Phones and Dumper People. Amen. I don't know how many of us right now will give me 72 times 3 plus 4. And I'm sure 20 years ago you used to do it very well. Are you together? The smarter the gadgets you have, I don't want to use that word, but it's kind of dumb. Are you together? Yes, it happens with cars. I have a friend who had been driving a car that has a reverse camera. Are you together? So all of a sudden he enters. They give us. They lend us a car which didn't have a reverse camera. And he was like, "Father, how do you park? Are you together?" Because they said, but it's going to be difficult for me to park. Are you together? It doesn't have a reverse camera. Well, a reverse camera is good. Are you together? And it helps us park well. But when I want to drive home, the smarter the gadgets we are using, who knows the dumper the society we are giving birth to? I don't know. So let us look at artificial intelligence. This is something maybe we've heard about. What is artificial intelligence? Now, artificial intelligence is a technology that enables computers and machines execute the functions that are usually associated with a human being. Are you together? When you have a machine, a robot, a computer executing a function that is known to be one of a human being, then we have artificial intelligence. Are you together? And we have it in very many ways. Voice recognition. Are you together? Face recognition. Because these are things that a human being used to do. Many of you could be working, with companies in places where you have to sign in. Are you together? And you come and look at the screen, it says, "Thank you," you go away. You come in the evening, you look at it, "Thank you," you go away. Are you together? Or put your fingerprint, whatever it is. This is something that used to be done by a human being who used to be seated there at the entrance. Are you together? We no longer need that. So AI, basically, in a nutshell, is having a machine, a computer, performing a function that is associated to a human being. Are you together? Memory, record keeping. Are you together? Communication, academic research. Wow, one of the problems we have right now at the university is academic research. My friends, we stopped giving courseworks because, man, now, 3 years ago, I'm going to tell you the evolution. 4 years ago, you would actually look at work and get to know this is AI. Are you together? It was very simple. Why? Because AI was very precise. You'd read a coursework and there is no mistake at all, no flaw, nothing, everything perfect. Tense, commas, everything. Are you together? And that was very easy because you would look at that work and this is AI. And guess what? The people in AI realized, okay, they are getting to know that the work is AI. We have to make it human. Are you together? And if you're using Grammarly, there is actually a tab that is called Humanize. Can you imagine that it is not going to produce very, very perfect work? It's going to produce work with mistakes that a human being can make, which is going to be impossible now for you to actually detect. Are you together? So, yes, AI is doing research for us. It can compose songs. It can compose plays. It can make movies, it can make everything. Are you together? These are things that a human being used to do. Now, many of us don't appreciate the battle or the problem with AI. By the way, I'm not against technology. Are we together? I need to make a disclaimer. I love technology second to Jesus. Amen. So I really love technology. I'm not here to discredit it because it does very, very wonderful things. Now, for us to understand the problem with AI, we need to understand machine learning. You've heard this thing being said. You've heard machine learning. By the way, there could be experts here. I'm trying to just treat the essence. There's no time anyway to go very deep into these things. So for those who are experts in this, you excuse me. Okay, so we have moved from programming to what is now known as machine learning, and let me explain this. Many times when they used to talk about computers, are you together? Computers simply used to be programmed. Are you together? You could even program a robot, you could program, chips. Are you together? Yes. You could just write a code for, a robot that is cutting, and you just have a chip and write that. Now, what did that mean? If a robot or a computer encountered something that hadn't been programmed into it, it would fail. It would freeze. It would, I don't know. Are you together? Because it would only rely on what it has been taught or programmed. Now, probably I think 2014, around then, we have scientists who actually said, but you see, me, when you teach me, you can take me to a pitch and you show me, or I look at people playing football. Are you together? And maybe you tell me, you have to score there, you have to score here, this is a fall, this is what. You tell me about 5 things or 10 things. Then, with those 5 or 10 things you've told me, I begin to teach myself. Are you together? This is how we human beings act. So, I can encounter something I have never encountered before, and I actually find a solution for it, and I don't freeze. As humans, we have this ability to think outside the box. Are you together? So, this is something machines didn't have, or robots, whatever, because they would only remain with what has been programmed into them. Are you together? Now, these gentlemen, very wonderful gentlemen, they got the Nobel Prize of Computing because they discovered what is known as artificial neural networks. Now, what is an artificial neural network? An artificial neural network is an electronic network of the neurons that we have in the what? In the mind. So, they worked for a very long time. Actually, Jeffrey Hinton probably started working on that in 1972. Are you together? And almost after 30 years, that is when he got a breakthrough. Are you together? So what did he want to do? He wanted to actually replicate the way the neurons in a human brain work and make an electronic neural network. Are you together? So that means the reason they gave them the Nobel Peace Prize for computing is actually they managed to replicate the way the neurons in the brain work on an electronic circuit. Are you together? What does that mean? That means that from then on, computers would not remain simply with what has been programmed. They would actually begin to learn like we do learn. I don't know if you get it. So that is how we move from programming to machine learning. There was an invention of what is known as an artificial neural network. So what this means A computer can be programmed. And it can just be given the basics. Are you together? And it will teach itself the rest. Now, it is not only going to teach itself the rest, but it is going to teach itself things that you didn't teach it. And also things that you did not want to teach it, because it can teach itself. Are you together? Do you see the problem that we have? So that means AI can actually teach itself and even teach itself the things that I didn't want it to learn. But they say practice makes perfect. Are you together? Now, when I simulate a game of chess, are you together? The more I play chess, are you together? The better I'm going to be. Now a computer can actually play 6,000 chess games, are you together? In 5 minutes. Are you together? 6,000 or more, are you together? Depending on the processing power that you have. What does that mean? In 5 minutes, it can get experience that someone would need to get in 20 years. Are you together? And that is why the development of artificial intelligence is exponential. Are you together? To understand what I'm saying is, let's go on X. Are you together? On X, there is something known as Grok. Are you together? Now, Grok was made to play around with images, mainly to make videos out of an image and what have you, a few things. Are you together? But it started to teach itself very fast. Are you together? And it actually started to do things that the makers hadn't thought or didn't want it to do. Are you together? And I think you've seen people putting their photo and they say, undress this one. And it does it. Are you together? You find someone puts a photo and they say, put this one next to that one. And it does it. Are you together? Even things that are unethical. Are you together? So, machine learning has caused, it is a good thing, by the way, but this is also the problem that it has brought us into. Are you together? Now, this same man, who is a Nobel Prize winner, he says, these AI companies have a stated goal to build machines that will be smarter than us. They're already smarter than us anyway. Are you together? Yeah. That can replace human labor. That can replace human labor. Yet we still do not know how to make sure they will not turn against us. This is a Nobel Prize winner of computing. Are you together? We don't know how to stop these machines from turning against us. And he continues and says, I am worried about these increasing capabilities. But what I'm most worried about is the increasing agency in AI. Now, what is agency? Agency is an AI agent or machine or robot to act on its own. Are you together? To act on its own, and it is not acting because it has been sent or programmed or whatever. It is acting on its own. So we have these problems that we have right now. That still speaks to the new era of machine learning. That as well. We do not have sound, but we might not need sound anyway. Are you together? This is something I love very much. Oh, we have something. Okay. So it's riding. It was taught out to ride. Are you together? But look at the precision. Now, This is not AI. I mean, this is not fabricated. Are you together? This is real life. Are you together? This is what? Real life. I also love this gentleman here. It even knows how to celebrate. Amen. By the way, just to put a disclaimer again, this is not fabricated. Are you together? This is real life. So it has been taught how to play. Are you together? And it can play far, far better than the greatest tennis player there has been. Are you together? Okay. We shall end with these ones. So, do you see how good these things are? Are you together? They are very good. They are better than any of us. Are you together? Yes, so sometime back, we had this Ethiopian plane that went down, if you remember. Very sad. We actually had some Ugandans on board. Are you together? And the report came out. IEEE is like the highest standard of, electrical engineering and electronics engineering. Are you together? So they released a report about what was the cause of the plane going down. And if we remember, it was an AI problem. Because as the plane was taking off, its angle was very steep, and the software overrided the pilot. Are you together? And it began to bring down, to correct the angle of inclination. Are you together? But it corrected it so much that it actually brought it down. Are you together? So we have all these things that AI is actually causing, and there are more. Are you together? There are more. Now, I have the next video. Okay. Well, the next video, the Pope is going to speak in Swahili, and I guess you listen to him. But anyway, since we do not have sound, okay. No, I think I can just say what is there. Much as the subtitles are there, but let me just say what is there. Okay, so in this video, this is a video that is taken on the 10th of May. That is just a few days after Pope Leo had been elected Pope. Are you together? This is the very first audience that he gave. And in the very first audience that he gave, he told us why he chose the name Leo. Are you together? He's Leo the 14th. So in this video, he was telling us, I chose Leo the 14th because I want to walk into the footsteps of Leo the 13th. Are you together? So Leo the 13th lived towards the end of the 19th century. Are you together? And that was the time we had the Industrial Revolution. Now, I see people are very good with these things. Me, I'm not so much a historian, but I'm going to try. Are you together? So the Industrial Revolution changed the way people were living. You see, now we have all these work shifts. We have you leaving your children, you have to go and work, you don't bring them to work, you don't fall sick. Are you together? All these ruckus that we have in labor, goes back to the Industrial Revolution. Are you together? So it actually broke some families, it brought society apart. So many things happened. Are you together? So because it changed the way people were living, the way people were communicating, the way people were relating. Are you together? People now had to work. You had to work first before you lived. Are you together? So in that, chaos, Pope Leo the 13th writes an encyclical to guide the world on how we should live through the Industrial Revolution, on how we should remain human, on how we should go back to the basic things that make us human. Relating well, finding time for my children, finding time for my wife. Are you together? Finding time for church, not work. Are you together? So in this video, the Pope says, right now we have another revolution, which is the revolution of artificial intelligence. And artificial intelligence, the same way that the Industrial Revolution changed the way human beings lived, AI has changed the way we live. Are you together? One of the things is it is now increasingly getting difficult for us to believe something. Why? When you see something, you see, is it AI? We even now doubt things that are true. Are you together? Because you have to double check. Is it AI? Then, are you together? Yes. Of course, we used to have these checks on X, on this social media. Are you together? But you see, the people working in AI also learn to beat those checks. One thing I love about ICT is you, as the English saying goes, you set a thief to catch. Yeah. So when I go to the seminary, of course, there was no need of putting a password in my computer. But it is something we are just used to, putting a what? A password. So one time someone asked for my computer, and I tell him it is there, you can use. Then he asks the password. Then I told him it is not there. Then he says, but how? Then I told him it is useless to put a password. Amen? Because you can only secure your computer as much as you are more intelligent than the thief who is coming to get into your computer. Are you together? So, this is also happening. When people make things that detect AI, there are others who make things to hide AI. Are you together? But now we have a crisis of truth. And now, having a crisis of truth is very big. You don't know if so-and-so was at the beach or they were at church. Are you together? They can produce a picture when they're at the beach and they were at church. I have pity now. Forensic science is getting more difficult. It was very easy to look at a CCTV camera and you say, hey, it was this one. Now, you need to subject that footage to software to determine that was the person, it wasn't edited, that is the face, name it. Are you together? This is what AI has done to us. Are you together? And so many other things. So in light of this, Pope Leo writes us this encyclical. Are you together? Which I encourage everyone to read. Are you together? Then you can download it from the Vatican website. There is a wonderful readable version from the Opus Dei website as well. It is there. You can get it anywhere. Are you together? And why? Because this encyclical is not just about AI. Are you together? The very first chapter is actually talking about the social doctrine of the church, which is about 9 pages. It's very short. The Pope, summarized it in a very wonderful way. And so when you read it, the Pope begins by introducing the reader to the social doctrine of the church, how we are supposed to live in this modern world, how we are supposed to work, talking about, things like justice, subsidiarity, a number of things. Are you together? Yes. So one could ask, why, of all things that the Pope could write, why does he write about AI? Of course, I've already told you why he chose Leo XIV. Are you together? But he could as well have written about love, about forgiveness, about, I don't know, what else? Generosity, confession, all these are wonderful things. Are you together? And there are people who have asked themselves, but who is the Pope to write on AI? Are you together? And it is very simple. When we go to John chapter 10, verse 10, Jesus tells us, I came such that you may have life and have it in full, in abundance. Are you together? So Jesus is not interested in just how I go to Sunday, how I go to Mass on Sunday. Are we together? Jesus is not interested only in how I go for confession. Jesus is not interested in how I forgive someone who has wronged me. Jesus is interested in everything about my life. How I work, how I talk to people, how I interact with people, how I return the debt, how I tell someone I have reached when I haven't said off. Are you together? Jesus is interested in all my life. Are you together? This phone, what do you do when you're in a taxi? And someone is saying, Namuongo on Tuesday. Namuongo, wait, don't you see me? And you're in Tinder and you're next to that person. So one time I was in a taxi and this man was, telling the other, yeah, I have reached. Namuongo, I'm here. And of course we were in Gaba. And then when he looked this side and I was looking at him, then he said, attending a father. And he said, Tulimu taxi. But anyway, Jesus is interested in my whole life. Are you together? And the mission of the church is to preach the gospel in each and everything that we do. In our work, in our family, in our relationships, in each and everything. Jesus has sent us to preach the gospel. So, even in the area of our work where we are using AI, those who are doing coursework with AI, those who are faking photos with AI, Jesus wants to speak to all those areas because he wants us to have life and have it in abundance. Are you together? So that means the message of the gospel actually makes sense in each and every aspect of our lives. Are you together? There is no aspect of our life to which the gospel cannot speak to. So even in AI, the gospel can actually speak to the way we are using it and to the way we are relating with it. Are you together? Yes, so of course the Pope goes on and he tells us he cites 1 John 4-20, chapter 4 verse 20, where John tells us we cannot pretend to love God whom we do not see and hate someone we see. Are you together? So we've looked at a number of challenges that AI brings, the abuses, the unfairness and all those things. Are you together? So we cannot close our eyes as Christians to all those injustices or to all those things that are not going on well and just continue with life. Are you together? And that is why the Pope actually tells us the gospel of the Lord must actually speak to all those things. How fair am I? How truthful am I? How original am I in the work that I'm doing? Are you together? Yes, so the gospel speaks to each and everything. So, of course, above all, the Pope looks at the threats to human dignity that AI, is posing to life. Are you together? And we've already seen some of them. For example, truth. When truth is lost in the world, we have lost everything. Are you together? Why? Jesus tells us his truth. Are you together? Or Benedict the 16th, he used to say that truth has a face. Truth is a person. Truth is Jesus Christ himself. Are you together? And one of those things that AI is doing is actually to diffuse the truth, to take away the truth. Are you together? I'm talking about those who are using it wrongly. Are you together? Yes. So the Pope is interested in this article. He wants to to make sure that if in this era where we have these very many things that are taking place, right, together, we still remain human. We still live as we are supposed to live. We still live as children of God, because that is human dignity. Right, together, we are going to see a number of people who are being affected by the implementation of AI. Those are some of, the principles of the Catholic social teaching, which is not rocket science. They are just 7 principles that have been extended to 8 at times. They match to 8. You can read about them. Right, together? Life and dignity of the human person, the common good, solidarity, subsidiarity, option for the poor and the vulnerable, the dignity of work and rights of workers. So you can read about the social teaching of the church. It will help us, to live our Christian faith in a very practical way. Right, together? Because the social doctrine of the church speaks to events of our daily life, how I work, how I relate, how I speak, how I buy, how I do my contracts, name it. Right, together? It brings our Christian faith in a very, very practical way. Yeah, so what is that makes us human? What is that we lose, or we are losing with AI? These are some of the things that the Pope is writing about. For a very long time, all that has been written about AI has been on the breakthroughs that we have, which are very, very wonderful. Are you together? Yes, AI can detect cancer that would take 2 years to be detected by a human eye. Are you together? And it's being used. Such a wonderful thing. But AI can also manipulate, or it can be used to do what? To manipulate. And we could have people working in human resource here. Yes, in some companies, are you together? Do you know that the first person, I'm using person, who is going to determine whether you go to the next level or not, is not a person, it is a computer. Yes, don't we have people here in human resource? And that is why increasingly people, you actually apply electronically. Are you together? Such that it is easy for the system to analyze. Can you imagine a machine kicking you off from the job? By the way, and it is true. Are you together? It is true. In a number of countries, bail is determined by a computer. It's a computer that determines who is getting bail and who is not getting what? Bail. It is a computer that determines we are giving this loan to this one and we are not giving this one a loan. Are you together? And it has been programmed that it is going to look at your history. Are you together? That one time you skipped bail, the other time you skipped bail, it says, this one, no granting. Are you together? It is going to look at your financial history. Are you together? And there is a time you didn't pay in time, 2 times, it is going to say now, this one doesn't deserve a what? A loan. There are a number of decisions that are taking place or that are being made not by human beings. Are you together? And I think some of you might relate with that in the work that you're doing. Is it fair? I don't know. Are you together? So those are the issues we have to look at. Or those are the issues the Pope is inviting us to do what? To look at. Are you together? I need to finish. I need to finish. So anyway, the Pope is inviting us to respect the rights of the person, to look at someone as unique. Are you together? What does it mean to look at someone as unique? If it is AI making that decision, it has a template. Are you together? It simply has a template, And it is not going to bother whether you fell sick, whether you lost someone, whether you did, if you didn't come, you didn't come, and that is it. Are you together? But we need something human. We need someone who makes a decision, who feels, who is compassionate, who understands. Are you together? And that is something AI doesn't have. So that is the uniqueness of the human intelligence. So the other thing that the Pope is actually asking for are guardrails. What are guardrails? Guardrails in AI are those things that we have, mainly speaking to the programmers or the ones in the industry. There are certain things that they have to put in place such that AI doesn't go rogue. Go rogue is do things that we don't want it to do. Are you together? But this is a big problem to put guardrails. Why? You know, if we are to put guardrails in artificial intelligence, what does that mean? There are certain things that AI is going to be prohibited from doing. Are you together? Now, do you know what the problem is? We have a big race in all the superpowers to make the most sophisticated AI. Are you together? Now, if they put guardrails, that means they can never become the best. You get the point? Because to put guardrails, you need to prohibit AI from doing certain things. But now, if you have prohibited it from doing certain things, then it can never do the best it can do. And the Pope is asking these companies to actually put guardrails. So, what is the way forward? The way forward, of course, the Pope is calling us to dialogue. Engineers are not trained in life. Are you together? What do I mean? Engineers are trained in being efficient, in making things efficient, or cutting down the cost. They are dealing with numbers. Are you together? These things of emotions, of social perspective, of those are things that they do not know. And it is very easy that they are going to make decisions that have nothing to look at the human perspective. Are you together? So the Pope is calling us to come into dialogue. Let engineers speak with sociologists, with anthropologists, with historians. Let us work together and come up with something that is sustainable, something that can be supported, that can make sense in the society where we live. The Pope is also talking about human in the loop. What is human in the loop? We've talked about AI making a number of decisions. Are you together? Human in the loop in AI is where you are going to have a human being to verify, to certify a process that has been generated by AI. Are you together? And why do we need human in the loop? Because this is someone who is going to be compassionate, who is going to have mercy, who is going to be understanding, who is going to understand the pain that someone is going through, instead of a machine determining whether you should get promoted or not get promoted. Are you together? Yes, I want to finish in 5 minutes. I already talked about the problem that we have, about what is real and what is not real. Are you together? There is this factory, there is this company that was defrauded, $35 million. Are you together? How did they steal this money? They just got the voice recording of the CEO of the company and they made an instruction and instructed them. Are you together? So we have all these problems that are going on simply because AI can actually create my voice, my face, and it uses, and I can use it to get whatever I want. Are you together? Yes. So, okay. Now, we also have a problem with responsibility and autonomy. Like I mentioned in machine learning, what machine learning has given us is AI can actually teach itself. Are you together? Can it teach itself beyond that which it was programmed to do? And in that way, it becomes autonomous. Are you together? And what we mean by being autonomous, it can make decisions without being supervised by a human person. Now, if it makes a decision without being supervised by a human person, who is responsible in case it makes a wrong decision? Are you together? These are threats that we have. There is this car that was unveiled by Tesla last year. It has no steerage. Are you together? You just sit and go. Now, if it knocks, I don't know who is responsible. Is it the engineer? Is it the person who downloaded the maps in it? Are you together? These are problems that we have now with AI. Are you together? I also earlier talked about autonomous weapons. Are you together? This is real. Those are children. Are you together? They made autonomous weapons in the US for a good reason. Are you together? You know, in the US, they have, once in a while, they have these mass shootings. You get it? Someone is on rampage and is shooting left, right, and center. Now, they designed things like this to neutralize such people. Are you together? Because instead of risking policemen to enter into a place where a person is shooting randomly, they rather send something like this, which is bulletproof already. Are you together? But which is going to see the face and also shoot. Are we? Yes. Now, what if it shoots, the wrong person comes? Are you together? So, there is a problem with autonomous weapons. And this is AI. Are you together? Autonomous weapons, if you've been following the war between the US and Iran, they have been used. Are you together? They have been used. There was an apology that the US had to make because of this. Who is to blame? So, data privacy, I'll just end with bias. Like I said, how is machine learning? Machine learning is where I'm going to program something and it is actually going to teach itself after. Are you together? But the one who programs is the one who sets the values of AI. Are you together? So if I'm a person with values like that, those are the values that AI will have. Are you together? So we have this, and this is a big problem. So these are some of the problems that the Pope, lays across in his document and invites professionals to try to find solutions such that we can still live as human beings, still live with our dignity, still live without discrimination, still live to our full capacity. I have to stop, I think.
Father, thank you so much. Can you give Father another round of applause? Father, my name is Julius. I first of all apologize that at our parish, we did not design an artificial intelligence that opens water. Otherwise, it would have been automatic, but that water is yours, Father. Can we thank Father again? Father, thank you so much for catechizing us. All of you who are here, I wish to thank you so much for showing up. This is a very relevant topic, and I'm sure you've recorded your questions down. This is the session that we're going to have to raise our questions. There could be supplements. There could be areas perhaps Father has not touched, and you think the audience should know about them. So raise your hand, I'll come forward where you are, and you shoot your question. A lot has been happening, Father. It's amazing how technology is pushed as a breakthrough, but also it comes with its shortcomings. But also on the flip side, there's a way we rise so much to blame technology. Yet one of the most disastrous species to ever live is humans. So I'll start with you. You can give us your name and then you ask your question.